Top 3 vitamins to stop cramps and that restore leg strength in seniors. Strengthen your legs. It is a profound truth that our physical well-being often hides subtle signals, and neglecting these can lead to significant decline. For instance, few realize that in a mere 2 weeks, without the crucial presence of the right vitamins, the very muscles supporting your legs can diminish their strength by up to a startling 10%. This loss, sadly, can sometimes be irreversible, impacting one's ability to recover fully and regain prior vitality. As Dr. Robert Peterson, having reached the age of 92, and after dedicating over 6 decades to the intricate care of thousands of older patients, I have come to a fundamental understanding. Weak legs are far more than just an inevitable consequence of advancing age. Instead, they serve as a clear, unmistakable sign, a silent plea from your body, urgently calling for vital assistance. Today, I am compelled to share with you invaluable insights concerning 3 distinct types of vitamins. When these powerful nutrients are thoughtfully combined and consistently integrated into one's life in the correct manner, they possess an extraordinary capacity. I have personally witnessed them help hundreds of my patients reclaim and significantly restore the robust strength in their legs, often within a remarkably short period of just a few days. This profound restoration extends even to those individuals who, burdened by years of struggle and diminishing capabilities, had tragically come to believe that all hope for recovery was utterly lost. You are about to embark on a journey of discovery, learning precisely which vitamins are indispensable for ensuring your nerves and muscles function with optimal efficiency and seamless coordination. Furthermore, I will reveal a remarkably simple and entirely accessible method for incorporating these essential nutrients into your daily routine without the need for exorbitant expenditure. We will also delve into the common, yet often unrecognized mistakes that inadvertently contribute to the weakening of legs in older adults, all too often without their conscious awareness. If you harbor a deep-seated conviction that the precious gift of good health should never be left to the whims of chance, then I earnestly invite you to click the subscribe button and, in the spirit of shared commitment, leave a comment affirming, "I am ready to change." This simple act will signify your dedication, letting me know with certainty that you are indeed walking this transformative journey alongside me. And now, without further delay, let us embark upon the compelling and truly inspiring story of Evelyn. She is a remarkable 78-year-old woman whose life was once constrained by a profound fear, a fear so pervasive that she found herself utterly terrified to even contemplate descending a simple flight of stairs. Yet, her life took a dramatic turn, an inspiring shift, once she courageously embraced the knowledge of how to properly nourish her legs, effectively revitalizing them from within. Allow me to elaborate further on Evelyn's remarkable journey. At 78 years young, she has always been a beacon of resilience and a person I have held in the highest regard. When she first graced my office with her presence, her vulnerability was palpable. She clung desperately to her son's arm, her grip tight, relying entirely on his support just to manage a mere handful of faltering steps. Her legs, visibly trembling, seemed poised to buckle beneath her at any given moment, a harrowing testament to her underlying weakness. I can still vividly recall the etched expression on her face, a profound weariness commingled with a deep sense of shame, as if her inability to stand independently constituted some personal failing or transgression. "Doctor, I just don't understand," she whispered, her voice barely audible, laced with a tremor of confusion and distress. "I still eat what I consider to be a normal diet. I make a conscious effort to walk a short distance every single day. Yet despite these efforts, I find myself progressively growing weaker." Her son, his own eyes clouded with a profound worry, interjected, offering a painful insight into his mother's decline. "My mother, she used to be so incredibly strong, full of life and energy. But ever since my father passed away, a deep sadness settled upon her, and she has remained largely confined within the walls of her home. Slowly, insidiously, she began to experience increasing difficulty with even the simplest movements. She just seems to accept it, believing this is simply what getting old entails. I have regrettably heard that very sentiment, that resigned acceptance of decline, more times than I can possibly count. The societal narrative often dictates we simply have to accept it. However, I vehemently disagree with such a passive stance. I conveyed to Evelyn with unwavering conviction that legs do not merely succumb to weakness solely as a consequence of chronological age. There exists a far simpler, yet simultaneously more critical and insidious underlying reason: a pervasive lack of essential vitamins. This fundamental deficiency is compounded, becoming exponentially worse, when we remain oblivious to its presence or fail to dedicate sufficient attention to our nutritional intake. When I meticulously inquired about her dietary habits, she candidly confessed to a diet largely composed of white bread and a meager portion of cheese. Green vegetables, she admitted, were a rare inclusion in her meals. Milk, a vital source of calcium and other nutrients, was almost entirely absent from her daily consumption. Shockingly, she had even been habitually skipping breakfast for many months, rationalizing it with a vague absence of hunger. "Evelyn," I gently informed her, "you are not alone in this struggle. Far from it. Nearly half of all older adults, irrespective of their perceived dietary habits, are demonstrably missing at least one of the three most critically important vitamins essential for the optimal functioning of muscles and nerves. And the longer this deficiency persists, the more formidable the challenge becomes for the body to orchestrate its own intricate processes of healing and restoration." She slowly lowered her head, her voice barely a whisper, imbued with a quiet desperation. "So, what can I possibly do now?" I met her gaze, offering a reassuring smile. "We shall embark on this journey together, step by gradual step. There is absolutely no need for haste or frantic urgency, just a series of small, intentional changes, introduced consistently each day." A few weeks later, a transformed Evelyn returned for her scheduled checkup. This time, a palpable air of quiet triumph accompanied her as she walked into the room, entirely unaided, no longer reliant on anyone's physical support. I vividly recall the profound expression in her eyes as she looked at me, eyes brimming with a delightful blend of surprise and unadulterated happiness. "I genuinely never imagined," she articulated, her voice imbued with a newfound strength, "that simply altering a few minor aspects of my daily life could empower me to feel truly like myself again." You see, Evelyn's deeply personal and ultimately triumphant story is far from an isolated incident. It resonates with countless others. Perhaps you, or indeed someone you hold dear, is currently experiencing that same dispiriting loss of leg strength, and much like Evelyn initially did, may be contemplating the disheartening notion that there is absolutely nothing left that can be done. But I assure you, with unwavering conviction, that this is not the truth. The profound truth is that you still possess the innate capacity to effect meaningful change, to reclaim your strength and independence. In the subsequent segment of our conversation, I will diligently guide you through the process of uncovering the three most supremely important vitamins, those that are conspicuously absent in the diets of almost every older adult. Furthermore, you will come to a profound understanding of precisely why these particular vitamins hold the undeniable key, the very essence, to unequivocally bringing robust strength back to your legs. Many individuals awaken in the morning, place their feet firmly upon the floor, and are suddenly confronted with a disconcerting realization: that familiar sense of unwavering confidence they once possessed in taking that crucial first step, that assured gait, has mysteriously vanished. This experience, I want to assure you, is far from uncommon. You are certainly not alone in this sentiment. Extensive medical studies conducted with meticulous rigor unequivocally demonstrate that a staggering nearly 60% of individuals aged over 65 are demonstrably lacking at least one of the three absolutely essential vitamins that I am preparing to meticulously unveil to you. When this specific vitamin deficiency is allowed to persist unchecked for an extended duration, its detrimental effects are multifaceted and far-reaching. It does not merely manifest as a gradual weakening of your muscles, a noticeable decline in physical prowess. It insidiously paves the way for a cascade of other unexpected problems, an array of health issues that many individuals never anticipate or even remotely connect to their nutritional status. I urge you now to take a contemplative pause, a moment for honest introspection, and thoughtfully pose these pertinent questions to yourself. If your truthful answers reveal a yes to more than a single one of these warning signs, then it is overwhelmingly probable that your body, in its own subtle yet insistent manner, is quietly, persistently, and urgently signaling for help. Consider sign number 1, the distressing experience of weak muscles and a pervasive feeling of unsteadiness. Do you find that your legs inexplicably lose their inherent strength when you attempt to rise from a seated position, perhaps from a comfortable chair? Are there instances during the simple act of walking when your calf muscles quiver or shake uncontrollably, seemingly without your conscious command? Has there ever been a moment where you felt an urgent necessity to grasp onto a nearby wall, or perhaps steady yourself by clutching a piece of furniture, merely to maintain your precious balance and prevent a fall? Many of my patients, in candid moments of vulnerability, have confided in me, articulating their frustration and dismay with poignant words. "Doctor, all I desire is to stand up and retrieve a simple glass of water, yet it feels as though my legs have become entirely disconnected from my will, as if they no longer truly belong to me." It is imperative to understand that this pervasive weakness is not, I repeat, not simply an unavoidable consequence of advancing age. When your muscles are subjected to a prolonged and critical deprivation of essential vitamin B12 and vitamin D, the intricate network of nerves responsible for facilitating your movement progressively grows weaker. Even if you meticulously consume what you perceive to be full and nutritious meals every single day, your legs, in this state of deficiency, will continue their inexorable decline in strength. Next, let us turn our attention to sign number 2, the often perplexing sensations of tingling or numbness experienced in your legs. Do you sometimes describe a peculiar sensation, akin to a multitude of tiny ants subtly crawling across the soles of your feet? Are there moments when you perceive a distinct numbness, a loss of feeling, that travels from your calf region all the way down to your toes, particularly pronounced after you have maintained a seated position for an extended period? Do you ever detect a peculiar, warm, almost burning sensation emanating from your lower legs, only to find, upon touching them, that they are not actually hot to the touch? This specific constellation of symptoms, I must emphasize, constitutes a classic and unambiguous indicator of a significant lack of crucial B vitamins, with vitamin B12 being of paramount importance in this regard. When your body is not adequately supplied with a sufficient quantity of B12, the vital protective sheath that meticulously encases your nerves, known scientifically as myelin, begins to thin precariously. This thinning compromises the integrity of the nervous system, causing the electrical signals that precisely control your muscles to become increasingly muddled, disorganized, and profoundly confused, leading to the erratic sensations you perceive. Consider sign number 3, the disruptive and often excruciating experience of muscle cramps occurring frequently at night. Do you often find yourself deep in the throes of sleep, only to be abruptly jolted awake by a sudden, intense muscle cramp, a spasm so extraordinarily painful that it forces you to literally leap out of bed in an attempt to find relief? Does this agonizing cramp typically endure for several minutes, leaving your legs feeling acutely sore, tender, and sometimes even bruised by the following morning? If this distressing scenario is a recurring feature in your life, then it is absolutely critical that you pay extremely close and immediate attention. A pronounced deficiency in both magnesium and vitamin D stands as a remarkably common underlying cause for such nocturnal torments. Magnesium, often referred to as nature's tranquilizer, plays an indispensable role in ensuring that your muscles contract and subsequently relax with perfect smoothness and harmonious coordination. Vitamin D, on the other hand, is pivotal in enabling your body to efficiently absorb calcium, another essential mineral. Working in synergistic concert, magnesium and vitamin D are the silent guardians that diligently uphold the proper, uninterrupted functioning of your muscles. Finally, let us explore sign number 4, the pervasive and debilitating experience of ongoing tiredness and a profound loss of interest in engaging in physical movement. Do you find yourself feeling utterly exhausted after performing merely a few seemingly innocuous steps? Did you once harbor a genuine affection for tending to your vibrant garden, or perhaps relish the stimulating excursions to the bustling market, yet now find that your sole inclination is to remain passively seated and still? When your muscles are consistently deprived of adequate and sustained nutrition, even the most minimal and seemingly insignificant activities begin to feel like an overwhelming and burdensome chore. Simply lacking sufficient vitamin D can precipitate a widespread and palpable decrease in your energy levels throughout your entire body, affecting not just your muscles, but also impacting the comfort and functionality of your joints and severely diminishing your overall stamina. I urge you, therefore, to reflect with genuine sincerity and critical self-awareness. How many of these specific signs are you personally experiencing in your daily life? If more than one of these symptoms profoundly resonates with your own experience, or indeed with the experience of someone you deeply care about, please interpret this as a gentle yet firm and unmistakable reminder emanating directly from your body. There is absolutely no need to succumb to feelings of shame, nor to become unduly overwhelmed with worry. The most paramount and empowering truth is to initiate meaningful changes starting today, right now. In the forthcoming section, I will meticulously elucidate precisely why these 3 particular vitamins are of such monumental importance, possessing the unparalleled capacity to actively help reverse muscle weakness, often within a remarkably brief span of just a few weeks. Furthermore, I will unveil the often overlooked reasons why so many older adults find themselves deficient in these crucial nutrients, even when they genuinely believe they are adhering to a perfectly healthy and balanced diet. There is a fundamental truth, a core principle that I wish for you to internalize and truly comprehend with absolute clarity. The intricate human body does not simply succumb to weakness solely as a direct consequence of chronological age. Many of the physical manifestations that we as a society have come to casually accept as just normal aspects of aging, such as the disconcerting tremor in our legs, the unsettling tingling sensations, or the sudden, sharp muscle cramps that disrupt our sleep at night, are in reality nothing less than urgent and desperate cries for help emanating from your very own cells that are literally starving, profoundly deprived of the essential nutrients they so desperately require to thrive. Envision your legs, if you will, as a formidable and tireless army, diligently engaged in battle every single day. They are the silent guardians that empower you to maintain your precarious balance, to confidently take each purposeful step, and to execute even the smallest, most routine tasks with precision and grace. Within this vital army, there are 3 absolutely indispensable commanders, the orchestrators of strength and movement. I have affectionately designated them as the vital trio of vitamins. The first among these crucial commanders is vitamin B12. I frequently illustrate its profound importance to my patients by likening B12 to the protective, insulating plastic covering that meticulously encases an electrical wire. When we are in the vibrant bloom of youth, this protective layer is robust, thick, and inherently strong, allowing electrical signals to transmit with incredible speed and efficiency from your brain to your muscles, much like a bolt of lightning instantaneously traversing a clear sky. However, as the years accumulate and we gracefully progress through life, that indispensable protective layer, regrettably, tends to become perceptibly thinner.